Truth alone can stand the guns of criticism. Wisdom often consists of knowing what to do next. Older men declare war, but it is youth that must fight and die. Hunger is not the worst feature of unemployment. Idleness is. The supreme purpose of history is a better world. Peace is not made at the council table or by treaties, but in the hearts of men. The worst evil of disregard for some law is that it destroys respect for all laws. Prosperity cannot be restored by raids upon the public treasury. Competition is not only the basis of protection to the consumer, but is the incentive to progress. In the end, all business operations can be reduced to 3 words: people, product, and profits. The only problem with capitalism is the capitalists. Children are our most valuable natural resource. The advancement of knowledge must be translated into increasing health and education for the children. Bless the children, for the national debt is theirs. The rigid volunteer rules of right and wrong in sports are second only to religious faith in moral training. Freedom is the open window through which pours the sunlight of the human spirit and human dignity. The winner has many friends. The loser has good friends. Work until you no longer have to introduce yourself. The major value in life is not what you get. The major value in life is what you become. Do not start if afraid. Once begun, do not be afraid. The ones who takes risks are the ones rewarded. The tree that will grow could be known when 2 leaves spring out. You are not responsible for the versions of you that exist in other people's minds. One idiot can ask more questions than 10 wise men can answer. The fish sees the bait, not the hook. A man sees the profit, not the danger. The distance between heaven and earth is no greater than one thought. If you punish a child for what is bad and reward for what is good, then he will do good for the sake of profit. Wise men talk about ideas, intellectuals talk about facts, common men talk about food. If we count our blessings, one by one, we will not have time to count our problems. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. A cat likes to eat fresh fish, but will not go near the water. If the mind is clean, the fate is good. Science is organized knowledge. Wisdom is organized life. Sometimes, we have to deny knowledge in order to make room for faith. The more habits, the less freedom. Have the courage to use your own mind, think your own thoughts, and live your own life. Character is the ability to act according to principles. An action committed in anger is an action doomed to failure. A leader can never be happy until his people are happy. The one who conceals poverty will not get rich. The one who conceals loneliness will not get a family. The sun illuminates the world. Knowledge illuminates the man. The more you listen, the more you give yourself room for doubt. Once you have locked your door, you are the emperor of your own domain. It is easier to catch an escaped horse than to take back an escaped word. He who cleans up the dirt washes away happiness. Unity is the source of success. Count your blessings instead of your problems. Better to be the head of a wasp than the tail of a lion. The supreme treasure is knowledge. The middle treasure is children. The lowest treasure is material wealth. Remember, you have no companions but your shadow. An evil person cannot be happy for being alone with himself. He remains alone with the villain. Death is most afraid of those people whose life has the greatest value. Experience without theory is blind, but theory without experience is mere intellectual play. A thief hates the moonlight. An evil man hates a just man. The child learns to walk by falling down. Dare to think. Have the courage to use your own intelligence. We are not rich by what we possess, but by what we can do without. If you want to fly, you have to give up the things that hold you down. Love the life you live. Live the life you love. Teach your heart to accept disappointments, even from people you love. Everything is possible when you believe. Take risks in life. If you win, you can lead. If you lose, you can guide. An onion can be as sweet as honey if it grows in your motherland. In law, a man is guilty when he violates the rights of others. In ethics, he is guilty if he only thinks of doing so. A person is only a person when it has the power to make sense of its surrounding. A contract that keeps you poor all your life so that you can die rich. When you count your blessings, you realize you're actually doing just fine. The stone thrown up will fall back on the thrower. He who drinks dies. He who does not drink dies as well. People don't understand your perspective, and that's completely fine. Maturity is when you learn to let go. A bad person's voice is loud. Nothing is divine, but what is agreeable to reason. Rules for happiness. Something to do. someone to love, something to hope for. Do not treat others as a way to achieve your own goals. Man is the only being who needs education. A winner never stops trying. Don't chase people. Work hard and be yourself. Real strength is letting people lose you instead of begging them to choose you. Even a mole feels strong when it is in its hole. Rich is he who has no debts. Fortunate he who lives without handicap. Greed keeps men forever poor. Even the abundance of this world will not make them rich. He who fearfully cares about how not to lose his life will never rejoice in this life. For every disciplined effort, there is a multiple reward. Stay away from people that make you feel like you're hard to love. Avoid popularity. It has many snares and no real benefit. A donkey that carries me is worth more than a horse that kicks me. Don't look for bad things in the good that you do. Failures are part of life. If you don't fail, you don't learn. If you don't learn, you'll never change. Courage doesn't mean you don't get afraid. Courage means you don't let fear stop you. Life is a process of evolution. One idiot is one idiot. 2 idiots are 2 idiots. 10 idiots are a political party. People don't want to hear your opinion. They want their opinion to come out of your mouth. Don't waste your time chasing butterflies. Mend your garden and the butterflies will come. Men and women sleep on the same pillow, but they have different dreams. Never wish life were easier. Wish that you were better. 6 common signs that someone hates you. A person's smile is hotter than the sun. Happiness is not an ideal of reason, but of imagination. I like the dreams of the future better than the history of the past.